Hello people and welcome back to Jeff Gaming. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a strange one on the channel. We're going to be re-looking over the how to do the perfect dodge with Jill. Now the reason we're remaking it is just because we initially did it on the demo and we're now wanting to remake it on the actual full game. And secondly because there's an item that's available after you've completed the game from the store called the Stars Close Combat Manual, I believe it's called. The Stars Field Combat Manual, sorry. So this is a Chris Redfield edited manual. As you can see, it's a close range combat knowledge manual. And essentially what it does is it increases the sort of success rate or the sweet spot of the perfect dodge. Now, as you can see, not perfect. You roll in the way of a second zombie. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be just showcasing exactly how effective it can be. Only with Jill. We're not going to be discussing Carlos today. We've already done a video on that. That video is... I'll put it on the screen if you haven't seen it. But essentially we're going to be doing a much more instructional version of how to exactly do it here. Now I have noticed that doing it while walking is much easier. So doing it while running you can sort of get used to it. And it can work in your favour sometimes. However, while walking, it's very easy to time, especially with this manual on. So just to give you a demonstration here, this zombie right here, we're going to try and dodge him. So all you need to do is walk past him, and when his arms go out, you just press the RB, right bumper, on an Xbox controller, or the R1 on a PlayStation controller. Now, you need to aim your left analog stick into the space. So that's the main thing, the difference between Carlos and Jill. With Carlos you can push straight through the zombie because of the move you're doing. With Jill you have to be pushing away from the zombie. So as you can see there, it didn't quite work. Essentially your left stick needs to be getting aimed into the space. So again, just to give you a demonstration, if we've got this zombie here and we're walking towards him, we're going to aim our analog into this space over here. So we're going to walk towards him, then as we press the right bumper, we're going to push the analog into the open space, and that's going to allow us to do the perfect dodge. Now I am using a one-hit weapon here. It's like a weak spot type weapon that you again can have, you can get from the store afterwards. Again, I've made a video on it if you want to have a look at it. But essentially, even with any other weapon like a handgun, you get like a little bit of a slow motion effect. You can normally get 2 shots off in this slow motion effect. As you can see, like I say, you don't need it with this weapon, but with most weapons, especially if you're doing sort of a new game plus, it's gonna allow you to kill the zombie or at least get past them on almost every occasion. Get past them, in fact. Now, like I see, as you've just seen there and there, you can do it while running. It's not like you can only do it while you're walking. However, it is much easier to do while you're walking. So if it's something you're looking to master, or you're looking to do sort of a no damage run, or you just want to save a lot of ammunition so that you can sort of have a bit of a play around later on with it, just slow your game down a little bit. Just slow down, walk past the zombies, aim your left analog into the space, and hit that right bumper or that R1 button to do a roll. Now, it can be a little bit goofy sometimes. Like, for example, for this zombie, you can just roll past him. I don't know why. Because he is in a tight corridor. And usually, with this, specific move, that can cause some issues. But for some reason, this particular zombie, you can roll past him very easy. I don't know why. But yeah, it's definitely a move that's better utilized in a large open space. Now we're going to be looking at the dodge for Nemesis. As you can probably imagine, not as easy or as easy to sort of map out as the ones for the regular zombies. Now, obviously, as you can see, it is possible. It's just a timing thing. I hate trying to dodge that, by the way. The tentacle is very hard to dodge, and I haven't quite got the timing for it down perfectly. To dodge these punches, it is fairly self-explanatory. You just need to dodge right as it's about to hit you, which, as can be expected, isn't exactly the easiest. This gun is ideal but you have to hit him in his weak spot, and it doesn't lock on to his weak spot like it does with a zombie, because it locks onto the head. However, the dodging in general is very useful when he's in this phase, because as you can imagine, when he's running at you and things like that, just being able to roll past him and then run away is very, very important. Now, we have knocked him here, so in theory this would have been this section done. We could have left, we could have ran past him. However, we're going to let him get back up, and we're going to see if we can... There we go, that's how you perfect dodge the tentacle. Again, it's just a timing thing. I think a lot of the time, there we go, you can dodge him in general, but not actually, yeah, there we go, but not actually get the perfect dodge. It just depends on timing. He looks brutal when he's on fire, doesn't he? Ah, see, I tried to roll back there, and the car was in the way. So that's the point about moving into the open space. With Nemesis, you don't want to try and roll past him like you do with a zombie. You want to roll to the left or to the right. You want to roll to the left or to the right, rather than trying to roll past them like with a regular zombie. Simply because of how big his character model is. Oh, I didn't know he did the stomp one. How big his character model is does make it very difficult to roll past him to the left or to his right. Did he try to grab us there? Is that because I'm weak and he's going to do his animation? Oh, 2 in a row. But as you can see, it is extremely effective at dodging damage and avoiding damage, especially if you get... I think I'm dead here. Especially if you can get the timings down. So, we're going to end the video here. How am I don't know how I'm not dead. Oh, yeah. I've never seen that animation before. We're going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like or you did enjoy it, feel free to like and subscribe. If there's anything extra you think that you would like to see, or anything that you haven't seen on the game that you want to do, let us know, and I'm going to be more than happy to have a look at it for you. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed.